Okay, so
Definitely not.
before Pokemon cards and stuff,
I know you've got that crazy theory, so
I wouldn't say it's a theory. I think it's pretty confirmed. But anyways,
Yeah.
there's just a photo of you like nosed up in the wall and and it just says "Just Drive
Just
Better"
Drive
on the
Better.
back.
we're throwing shade, right? That's what we're doing. We're roasting tonight.
You have at it, man. I gotta somehow play Switzerland in this whole thing. Oh, she told me a few things. I'm not gonna lie. She was pretty happy to send me videos.
I've got some rats in this place. I'll tell you, I will die on Church's chicken.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I need to give Churches another shot. I know you're not supposed to wear the band's t-shirt to the actual show, but you can wear FD merch when you go to FD, and you can get it all ahead of time and save yourself 20% by using Podcast 26 at checkout. Yes, get your merch ahead of time, skip the crazy lines, and just show up already repping awesome FD merch by using Podcast 26 at checkout when you shop for merch at shopfd.com. If you were looking at going to Formula Drift this year, there is no better way to go than if you've already saved some money. So we have discount codes available right now. And if you are a member, you've already gotten them because we did something a little bit different this year. We actually did too well last year. And now we're limiting the discount to just 50 tickets per event. So you want to jump on that right away. You can take a look. All the discount codes are down below, but it's pretty easy to remember. OZLB1, OZATL, OZORL, OZCT, OZIND, OZSEA, OZLV, OZLB2. So grab your discount code and save yourself $5.
Waiting to see this hat in person for years.
That's not well done. That's congratulations.
I have this vacuum video where
That's a bad match.
Do you need us to stop talking?
You kind of gave me the chills a little bit, but
I mean, what are they gonna do? Come get me a ticket? It's on YouTube.
You do dive into some stuff, don't you?
He's the hero we needed.
We're doing this inside the Texas Roadhouse.
Hope you are not in Prospect next year.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Outerzone, the official podcast of Formula Drift. My name is Jacob Gettins, and we've got Cody Buchanan, also known as DJ Civic, which we need that name brought back immediately. I think you just plaster that on the side of the car. Like let's just bring back. No, come on, bring back the old Snapchat handles, right?
I haven't DJ'd for 10 years.
Listen, it's becoming a point of contention. Who's the best DJ in drifting? And you could jump in there. You've got Osbo. You've got Ryan Sage. I'm sure there's more.
So when I finished DJing, Serato was just coming out, which is like the online programming type of stuff where it's not CDJs. And then obviously before CDJs, you had your vinyl records or whatever. So I was always a CDJ guy and potentially vinyl at some point. I ran into Osbo in Vegas this year for SEMA, and he was explaining that he got to do a set in Vegas while he was at SEMA, but he was telling me he did not know how to run a CDJ. And I felt really old in that point.
You should have been like, listen, just get me up there. I'll walk you through this. Like, it's not that, I'll get to teach Frederick Osbo something.
I'm in retirement.
Do you think we could bring you back? Like, is there anything we can do to make this happen?
I would do a set for like an FD, like if we had Sage, Osbo, all those people, not in that bar at PRI this year that Sage DJ'd. It was way too small, way too tight.
Pretty intimate, yeah. I'm sure we could make something happen, even if it's like the year-end banquet or something like that. Everybody does like a 25 or 30-minute set, and you guys just rotate through.
You could hit up FD. They can rent out the Bellagio. We could just do a giant party.
Bro, listen, I don't know how much money you think FD's got, but they definitely don't have renting at the Bellagio money.
More than $10, at least.
At least more than $10.
Yeah.
But how's the off-season going, dude?
Quite busy. We decided to build a new car, and it probably won't be ready, but good thing we still have our Pro Spec car. And we dove really hard in our carbon Kevlar business. So juggling that along with building a pro car, it's insane.
Gotcha. I did see like an old post of yours where you're like, oh, we've gone 272 days without breaking a panel or something.
Yep.
We're trying to break our panel, and we still can't do it.
You can't fold it one side to another. So it works well. Reese called me the other day because I've been like collaborating with my main page, with the business page for some of this stuff. And so Reese called me wanting some door skins, and he's like, "So should I just hit up the company, or like, is there an email?" And it's like, "Bro, it's me. Like, I'm the company.
I'm the guy."
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be doing a bad job if I didn't ask, do you have anything for G35s?
Not yet. It's only Z's for now. We're going to develop a bunch of kits. I've got a couple chassis that if you bleeped, I'll tell you. But other than that,
that's a lot of editing. You can tell me after.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's at least it's a coupe. It's not a sedan, so I only need 2 doors. They're absolutely massive, but yeah, only 2.
We only cater to computer mouses, so I'm sorry.
Okay, got it.
Because 350Zs are computer mouses.
I mean, mine is like a more ergonomic computer mouse. Yours is like a gaming mouse.
You have a back seat, so.
I do. Oh, well, not anymore. I'm caging for the first time, I'm caging my own car. This is an absolute nightmare, and I regret every single moment of it.
Do you know how to weld?
I do know how to weld.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not an amazing welder, and I've actually spent more time going back and grinding down my welds to then re-weld it than I have pretty much with anything else. Because it was like, I got like I got a Cage Kits cage and they've got like their testing thing. And I went through that. It was pretty good. And then once you actually have to like start welding upside down and like doing a lot of push welds and getting into tight spots, it really was bad. So I definitely cut the cage off the mounts at one point and then went back and re-welded a whole bunch of stuff.
You could just hire a fabricator.
I could have, but I wouldn't have learned as much. That is the only, that's how I'm getting through this. And that's what I'm telling myself.
So we do all of our own fab work minus the cage. The cage is the one thing I won't do.
A lot of people have said that. We're like, it's just not worth it. Get somebody who really knows how to do cages because they know the order of operations and they're really good at it.
Yeah, so our new chassis we're working on, it came with a Cage Kits cage ready to be welded. So I spent the week leading up to PRI, like fitting it up to have our welder weld it for us. Threw my back out doing like just getting the cage in the car, and I actually had to walk around PRI with a limped back, like all of PRI.
I did notice that you looked a little sore. I wasn't going to ask. I just figured you were hard at work.
No, well, yeah, but for thankfully Advil put me through the day, but yeah, it could not get through.
I think Advil is a reason a lot of people get through the day and a reason a lot of people are drifting.
Yeah. Bad knees and everything.
100%. 100%. So, I'm assuming another Z then for this year?
Yes, another Z. So I've actually been working with a Pro-Am driver this year and last year, and he gave us a whole chassis, full roller with the Cage Kits ready to go. So it was a pretty good hookup.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Was it already like cleaned out, or did you end up having to go through and?
No, it was everything minus an engine. It still had a transmission in it. CD09, so we're good. We have spares for my missile car.
There you go.
Yeah, no, he bought it to turn into something, and he wanted to help the program, so he gave it to us. Told us to keep whatever we take off of it. So full interior, put that on eBay, and
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. I was gonna say, do you want to shout out who that driver is? Because
absolutely, his name's James Dunn. He's going to be the oldest driver in FD. Is his goals.
Okay, how close is he to that goal in both age and ability?
Well, I don't know the US FD statistics. He's 64, 65, I believe. He's close. I mean, we were running. He brought me out to 4 different Pro-Ams last year to help his driver coaching and spotting and whatnot. So,
unless I know there was a couple of older guys pretty early on, like the first 3 or 4 years. I want to say there was like a father-son team, and that dad might have been early 60s. So that's interesting. That's off the top of my head. I think he might have that if he gets in, but.
I know FDJ is pretty, like, there's some older drivers there. I don't know the height of the age, but yeah, it's close. He's really pushing for the pro spec and definitely a great guy.
That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. I will say this off season, I have noticed you have made a very conscious attempt to put out a lot of content, and like good content too, not just like spamming shit. Like it's good.
I've been trying to put out a bunch. My Facebook miraculously put a scheduled post for the next month, and it kind of screwed up my Facebook. So it's putting like 3 posts every day on my main page, and I don't know how to turn it off, which it's whatever. But yeah, so I wake up to, hey, your 3 posts have been posted overnight or whatever.
Are you scheduling it all through Business Manager?
No, I literally somehow the Instagram just signed me up for a scheduled post of previous posts from like over the past year.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So I don't know what's going on. I'm okay
Is it
with
working?
it. But
I mean, like, if it's working out all right, then why not?
for Facebook, I've got a bunch of friend requests, but other than that, it's all right.
I mean, just take the free publicity, right? Like, when you're going to post them, like, why not just let it do it?
Yeah. No, I've been trying to dive heavily into Instagram. We really suck at YouTube, so hopefully we could pick back up this year. I have probably 10 videos mostly edited, just need to finish editing. We filmed all the way up to Atlanta last year and filmed everything throughout the year, but never published anything. So yeah.
So it's not that you suck at YouTube. It sounds like you just suck at getting edits done.
There's way too much stuff to do.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I've said it time and time again. If you can get yourself a good media person, I mean, they need to edit as well. Let me know. I was talking to somebody tonight that was looking for more work. So if it's in your budget, I have a pretty good contact for you.
Yeah, maybe look into that for sure.
And I'm sure you can just send them all your footage and you can edit it all, and then you can do like the Drive to Survive thing where like you like rewatch last season right before this season starts.
There's actually off camera, I would really like to talk to you about that because we have something somewhat in the books for something like Drive to Survive.
It needs to happen. Like
I'll say, so that James guy I was previously talking about, so his wife is a producer. She's done a lot of movies, most recently with T-Pain and whatnot.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll leave it at that, and there might be some sort of pilots coming out
Something's
eventually.
in the works. Something's in the works, at least.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good sign. It's something that I know a lot of people have kind of taken a stab at. FD as well. Like there's a trailer somewhere. Did you ever see the trailer they shot for like a Drive to Survive series?
I did, and then it didn't turn into the Rockstar thing though.
I don't know. I know obviously there's like the Rockstar mini docs, like they're really, really good, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I thought they used that Rockstar stuff as a pilot. And then they were trying to pitch that pilot.
Oh, could be.
But I don't know. That's way out of my pay grade.
Fair enough. Apparently out of mine as well.
We need it though. We need some form of media highlighting everything.
Well, I mean, FD did just release the whole like FD Studios post, so that's a good sign as well. I mean, it shows they're making a very conscientious and concerted effort to produce more content.
Right. But we need something on Netflix, Hulu, Tubi, whatever the hell that is, and something.
Well, if it helps, I don't think I've talked about this publicly. I am on a list to get this podcast on Netflix because they now have podcasting on Netflix. Yeah, so I'm signed up through that. I don't know if it's gone through. I have to probably should double check that. But
yeah,
I mean, it's not the same. I know it's not like a Netflix show. It's just a podcast, but. Listen, step in the right direction.
No, the Outerzone is basically Kill Tony. Like, you're good to go.
I mean, we need a small band and like 3 other hosts, but yeah, we're pretty much there.
Yeah.
I would say the podium show is like Kill Tony for drifting.
More roasting. We need more roasting.
There needs, I agree, there needs to be more roasting. So hopefully we see you on the podium a bit more and then we can get some more roasting.
It's going to be a tough jump to do podiums now, but we're going to try.
Yeah, I mean, hinting at that. You wanna get into that big conversation?
We're just going to go for it. Yeah, we're going pro.
Sick.
Mic drop. I guess.
No, it's good. We talked about it in Utah, and you were kind of like, we want to, but like, does it make sense? Like, yeah.
Yeah, budget-wise, I mean, it probably doesn't make sense. We're all broke here. We're into drifting. But I've always looked at Pro Spec as a school. Like FD in general, right? Like your freshman year, you have Pro-Am. Your junior, sophomore year, you're Pro Spec. And then, well, basically Pro Spec is your whole high school. And you can either graduate, be a super senior, or flunk out and drop out. I feel like once you get your championship, like once you get a championship, you're basically graduating. If you've learned everything you need to as far as the driving, the politics, all of that stuff, it makes no sense to stay. Sorry, Brutski, but I don't know why I don't know why you're back.
I don't know. He talked. I know he said he was holding the spot down for his kid, but I didn't see his kid on the list. So we'll see what happens this year.
Well, I don't think it works like that. Like
I know. I don't think it does either. But I mean, if that's what he wants to hold on to, that's what he wants to hold on to. So plus, I mean, I will say though, it would be pretty cool to have him and his kid in the same series. Like remove everything else from the conversation. That's kind of a cool thing to happen.
Right. No, I respect it. I really do like Dimitri. He's such a cool guy off track. Maybe not the brake check stuff, but we're throwing shade, right? That's what we're doing. We're roasting tonight.
You have at it, man. I gotta somehow play Switzerland in this whole thing. But yeah. You wanna throw some? Go for it.
No. I like Dimitri. No, that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like once you've got to the level that you think Pro Spec isn't not necessarily for you anymore, but you're consistently up there, it might be time to test where you can go with bigger things. Last year was our championship. The year prior, we tied for 3rd overall. So we were right there for the license. And Sage even told me if we could jump up into pro this past year if we wanted to. And he told me a month or two before Long Beach, so there was no possible way of doing that. But yeah, I felt like we were ready.
Okay, so what was the deciding factor for you then? Like, what was the moment you're like, okay, we're doing this?
Everybody on the team was basically like, well, you're stupid not to. If you stay back, you might end up having a weird call and not get your license again, which is a very possible thing. We saw how Cole was very close to even the top 3. Granted, he got his pro license via petition, but there's so many small things. One error can take you out of the top 3. So it was one of those, if we don't go now, we might not even get it just for some weird reason. And then another thing is, budget is a huge thing. We're a very budget team already as Pro Spec, but we can either just scrape by for the next 3 years in Pro Spec, still have the same issues in 3 years when we want to jump up, or just jump up now, get it over with, and hope everything falls into play.
Did you find the conversations with partners were a little more fruitful when you're like, we're going pro? Like, was it like, hey, we're going to need the budget, like everything is double if not triple, and like did that support match that jump?
To an extent. I mean, we're still fighting for monetary, let's say it. It's a hard world to live in, and even right now partners don't know how much money they have to spend for the year.
It is a weird year for sure.
Yeah. So within the last 2 days, I've locked in a decent amount of stuff, and that's really cool. But the last 3-4 months have been, what are we going to do? We're just going to make it work regardless. We'll sell a truck, sell a car, do something.
Okay. So you're just kind of at that point of like, okay, I'm making this happen. Yeah. And we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we did for Pro Spec too. Like, I had no idea what I was getting into until we made the jump. But in my head, you could talk to anybody on the paddock and you're still not going to learn as much as you learn when you show up and learn from doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's a bold move, but I've seen it Honestly, I've seen it go both ways, but I think you've got enough passion into it that it's like, I've made it work with this. I made it work with that. I've had all these hurdles I've gone through, and it's always worked out. So why not press my luck one more time?
Dan Brockett's got a really good series on YouTube from like 10 years ago it was like the Whiskey Garage Chronicles or something. It was podcast form where he's talking about it, and it always stuck in my mind. He said when he went into FD, he gave himself 2 years. If it doesn't work after 2 years, I'm out, but you have to give it everything you've got. And I went into that for ProSpec, give it everything, do 2 years. After 2 years, if it's not working, we'll hang up the door or hang up, whatever. And at the second year, we tied for third. So it's like, well, we can't quit now. Like, technically I'm at my year 2, but now we're at year 3. Let's just go for it. Year 3, we got the license. Now it's give us 2 years in pro. I mean, I told Sage, like, I'm in it for the long haul. I want to be here for the next 10 years, but we don't know how partners are going to go, or anything can happen, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you came out and did really well, really quick, all things considered. I mean, your drifting career has been fairly long, but your serious drifting career has been 7 years now that you've gotten a bit more. Obviously, the track going in Fargo, that's a massive was a massive help in the career.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And shout out to Matt Ryan with SRD and Interstate Raceway. It was a drag strip, only drag strip. And to my knowledge, there's a law in Minnesota that they cannot build any new racetracks. So what they did was they added on to the drag strip and made it like basically a connection to the drag strip. So
smart.
it's one track now. It's not 2 separate tracks. And they catered to all of us drifters, and they put more drift events than drag events out there. And
that's kind of it's happening more and more, like where tracks are getting big into drifting, and there's more drifting events going on than anything else. So that's good to hear that that's a continuation up there. Yeah, no, that's phenomenal. Well, I want to like go back a little bit. I mean, we talked about you getting into pro, but like, tell me how somebody who didn't come from a car family, single mom, gets into cars. Like, I know neighbor with a supercharged Pontiac GTP is a big inspiration, but where did this all kick off?
Yeah, I wouldn't say like super big inspiration. Shout out for you for doing your homework. I mean, it definitely was an inspiration, but single mother household, I definitely just had video games for like my entire childhood, and Need for Speed was just kind of like the thing, or whatever racing games like Midnight Club, just kind of engulfed myself in that until I was like 10 years old or something. And I don't know, cars just kind of, I was drawn to that. I don't have a real reason as to why. It's just something that I've always really loved.
And you come from this something that we see quite a lot, which is like the BMX side of things, and then into cars. I don't know. I still don't really understand how that correlation works, but time and time again, we see people go from one to the other.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was always into cars pre-BMX. I mean, I was a skateboarder before BMX and then got into BMX. Honestly, once I got my car, I stopped really riding as much as I could, or I should have. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a weird correlation. I never had a cat growing up. I know you've got that crazy theory. So
I wouldn't say it's a theory. I think it's pretty confirmed. But anyways,
yeah, maybe a concussion theory. I had a bunch of those at the skate park days.
Definitely brain damage. I think that's the link that we're missing here is between the cat side of things, the BMX, or whatever else. It's like no, it's just brain damage is really what it is.
Yeah, I think that's probably a lot of it is just dropped on the head or something.
Yeah. I did very much enjoy seeing the old car show days, the wire tuck Civic. As somebody who is also wire tucked a car, it is a nightmare. It is so worth it when it's done though. Like until you have to service something and you realize that, like the entire harness is underneath your dash somewhere.
Yeah, that car's probably one of my biggest regrets.
Really?
I bought that. So, I mean, it was cool to do, the entire time of owning it for 6 years, it didn't have a title. Yeah.
Okay.
I bought it in Minneapolis. That's like 4 hours from us. When I bought it, the dude, I mean, he was super cool, but he's like, hey, man, I just bought it. Here's the title. And he showed me the title, but he had signed the buyer's signature. So he's like, it's the weekend on Monday. I'll go re-sign it over at the DMV, send you the title. Never got the title. So it was like a $1,400 Civic or something like that. Drove it back home, no title. I mean, we put insurance on it, but had no registration. And I think I drove it for 6 months and got hit, and then used the money from insurance to do the paint job and the wire harness and all that stuff. And then that was my sophomore. I think we built it my sophomore year, junior year of high school. And I drove it for 4 years after that, 3 years after that. No registration. I mean, you have 30-day tabs every time you get a vehicle.
Okay.
And so, like, you have your little registration tab, and on the back of it is a 30-day tab. Well, I would buy and sell so many vehicles. I had so many of those registration tabs. I would just swap them out like every other month.
That kept you on the road.
Yeah, it definitely did. And then finally, I just engulfed myself in drifting. It parked for a while and couldn't really sell it because it didn't have a title, so we parted it out.
Gotcha. Took the homemade subsystem out of the back and engine
Yep.
out, everything else. I will say it definitely displayed what your car personality is like pretty well. Like the bright colors, very DIY. Yep. It's a good way to get the car career going.
The lime green is the only one in town. I'd venture to bet.
Yeah, I probably the only one in the state. Let's be honest. Possibly that entire section of the country.
Yeah. It sucks though. For the first 2 years, it was an NAD series Honda, but it had a wire tuck and picked a cool paint job. So pretty ricer. I once again I did the same thing. I was not a Civic guy, and still am a Mazda protege guy. Which not that we were like enemies back in the day, but there's definitely a little rivalry between the two. But it looked pretty sick. So I am hoping that maybe at some point you get another Civic and you can bring back the Deadly Sins Car Club and get everybody lined up again. I think those would be good times. Yeah, my girlfriend told me that she told you about the Deadly Sins.
Oh, she told me a few things. I'm not gonna lie. She was pretty happy to send me videos.
I've got some rats in this place, I'll tell you.
Listen, your friends and family flipped on you pretty quick. It took very little provoking.
It's the North Dakota nice.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. I think everyone was very excited and wanted to help. And that means that I am now in possession of a dance-off video held in a Little Caesars. I
don't even know if I was in that.
Oh no, you were.
Oh shit.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I'll send you my PayPal link.
No, I don't need to see that.
See the world again.
That was 100% me just trying to fit in with people. I mean, they were friends. I still talk to them to this day, but they were into breakdancing. I was trying to fit in.
Is that Matt and Lucian?
Lucian, but yeah. Yep.
Lucian, sorry.
Yep. Yeah, they're still with us. Matt's my crew chief. Lucian did media for our first year, and then he had a kid, so good on him for having a family, but he can't really do FD anymore. Yeah,
and that's why the videos are not edited. Yeah. I'm just kidding. It's at that age though. It's like you're just trying to make friends. That's all it is, and you do weird, dumb stuff. I think basically anybody that I've had on the show, I've gone back through and looked at high school photos and stuff. I'm like, man, we were all the same. Weird haircuts, strange belts and pants and everything else. It's like we were just trying to figure out who the hell we were.
How many color hair photos did you have?
Do you mean for you?
For me. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
That's one. How many more?
Green as well. So Rusty, green. Those are the only two that I could confirm. I want to say there's a blue one in there as well, but I didn't get any confirmation on that.
Yeah, there was a Smurf blue that turned green. There was jet black with a pink emo swoosh.
Those are early. That must have been a really early one. I did see the emo swoosh in there. I didn't see the pink in there though.
Well, the pink, it was pink, and then it bleached out and just went blonde.
Go stripes, yeah. It's all good. We've all had those hairs. I mean, I had Matt Schulman on recently. He had a pretty solid emo phase there for a bit. So
he's still emo.
He is a little bit. It's there. It's in his roots. You can tell.
We love you, Matt.
Yeah. It's it's good. I enjoy it. I never want to like necessarily embarrass anybody over it because it's like it's still something that we all did. Like you can't go back and change that. And like for a lot of people, high school and that era was the most fun, especially for car people. Like that's where most of us got into cars is usually sometime in high school or just after.
Yeah, I would say the breakdancing is probably the only embarrassing thing of my past.
Really?
I mean, I'll own up to whatever. For the most part. I don't know. You might have found something that I can't even remember, but
the time you drove down to the cities looking for a low-key hidden skate park?
That was sick. I'm not gonna say anything bad about that. So there's a pro BMX rider, Dustin Grice or whatever. He's from Minneapolis, and they posted a bunch of YouTube videos. They opened up a fantasy factory, not the Rob Dyrdek one, but their version of a fantasy factory in Minneapolis. And it was privately owned, private skate park. Nobody could enter. But like 2 days before my sophomore year of high school, we saw the videos and we were like, let's go down there right now. So we drove down there, literally found the place without an address or anything. And
crazy.
Nobody was there, but we knew it was that place. So we wrote on a notepad like, hey, we know this is the skate park. We live 4 hours away. Call us. We're going to stay the night at this other skate park that's open to the public. We're going to stay in their parking lot. Call us if you see this. We want to come ride. So we literally drove to what was called Third Layer Skate Park, slept in the parking lot, and there was 5 of us in a little Honda Accord, so we slept in the grass. Woke up to a phone call from Dustin saying, hey, I saw your guys' note. Come by and let's ride.
Damn, that's sick. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Well, back on the topic of drifting. So like, how did you, what got you into it then? We talked about Need for Speed, but like, what did you go to an event, do a ride along, or did you just jump right into a car and go for it?
Yeah, so Matt, he was big into like Super Street, and he got me on the Speed Hunters website. So for all of high school, we would look at Import Tuner, Super Street, and look at the write-ups on Speed Hunter. And I bought a 240 sometime my junior year of high school. Didn't really know much about it, but kind of figured it'd be a fun winter beater, so to speak. We went to this track called Brainerd International Raceway. That's Aiden, the new pro spec driver. His family owns that.
Okay.
So they used to have these events called Proving Grounds, which, no offense to them, it's like a knockoff Grid Life. Autocross, like drifting, all of that stuff. But it was big for like car show people, like just going to hang out and party. So I was still like madly into the Hondas, went to the Proving Grounds event, and they had drifting. So first time ever seeing, there was this Canadian drifter that was up here. He had a right-hand drive S14. I see your face. You're like, who is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who it is.
Gonzalez is the last name. Chris, Gonzo Drift.
Oh, Gonzo. Okay, yeah.
Yep, Gonzo.
Yep.
So I saw that car and I was like, oh, that's sick, right-hand drive. Damn, saw it drifting. And then saw everybody spinning out and I was like, that looks really easy. I want to do this. I already had the 240, so started drifting when I got home.
That was it. They just kicked it off.
Yeah, that was high school. Instead of all the people going out and drinking and doing all the parties and crap, we would just find empty roads. And Fargo was still growing at the time, so there was a lot of like new development that they had the roads paved but not any houses on. So we would just go do what we could and basically burn a set of tires a night, and the following day we'd go to dealerships and steal their old used tires and mount them up and do the same thing.
Damn, just trying to make it happen.
Pretty much, yeah. Didn't know anything about where it could go, just wanted to keep driving.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing how far that passion will carry you though.
Yeah. And I mean, the first 3 years of me drifting, we only had those proving grounds events. So it was like 2 times a year. So we would street drive, and I actually started stunt riding a bit to kind of break up the monotonous of not driving on a track. And after Interstate opened up, it was kind of sell everything, and this is what we're doing.
To just dump the stunt bike at that point, or do you still have the bike?
I still have it. Matt is trying to convince me to put the engine in something. We have a go-kart, or we have a golf cart here, and we have a K truck. So he wants to do it in one of those.
I mean, bike engines and go-karts that could be really nasty. But the K truck could be kind of cool, especially if you like bed mount it and just go like chain drive to a sprocket.
So the argument that he has is he wants to put it in the golf cart because it's not a big enough engine for the K truck.
Okay. Got it. Yeah,
so
that's fair.
We'll probably find like a ZX14 or something like that. And because mine's only a 600.
Yeah, but for a golf cart, that's nuts. But yeah, for a K truck, that's kind of
it's not enough.
It's not enough to be fun.
Right. It'd still be fun. I mean, I think they 20 horse factory, so
okay.
On the K truck, like I think they suck. They maybe go 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
With our toolbox, it's like
I just
25.
mean like it's not enough to like like that in a cart. That's wild. But in a K truck, it's like it's still fun, but it's not the same level.
Right. But it'd still be loud. It'd still rev to like 12,000, and just being even slow and at 12,000 RPM, the racer in me says, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That is the Honda Civic guy in you definitely enjoys redline.
Yeah, pretty much.
So new track comes in, new events, competition, and you kind of start putting North Dakota on the map.
Yeah, just kind of balled out from there. Not balled, broked out from there. Yeah, the first year it was only like 2 events or something like that, but did them, totaled my 240, bought a Z literally the week after so I could make the next event. And the following year they started doing competitions, so we did I did every round of those competitions. I won the series, and following year we did the same thing, won the series, and wanted to start traveling around. And not even necessarily like FD was kind of in the back of my mind, but it was mostly like I've always had the mindset of you're only as good as the people you drive with. And if it might sound cocky, I'm sorry if it does, you're only as good as the best people you drive with. And if I was the only one winning, or there was other people who would like win as well, but yeah, I just wanted to drive with better people.
Yeah, if you win the championship twice though, then like that's pretty clear that, okay, I've topped this out. What's the next thing?
The first year they didn't count it as a championship though, because when they first came out with the competition, they were trying to do it like the Oklahoma list people, like the drag racers, where you basically have your first place plaque, and every event somebody can come steal it from you.
Oh, I gotcha.
But that failed after like 1 or 2 events, so they just did normal competitions from there. Yeah, and but they never considered it a championship, so. I'm technically only one year champ.
I was gonna say there's somebody in Fargo right now. It's like, well, no, it's only 1 year technically. Yeah.
Yep.
And then end up getting your pro spec license. And did you LS swap the car before jump to pro spec, or?
Yeah. So we LS'd it before we even did pro am. Okay. Well, I had 2 cars. So after the first year of like competing in my missile car, which was my good car back then, I bought a roller, like a blown up 350, and I knew like I wanted to compete at whatever regard or whatever level, didn't really know, but I bought that to turn into a drift car. So got it. Yeah, we had initially right off the bat LS fuel Wisefab on the big car. And
I'd heard that the story behind the LS was kind of interesting.
I don't even remember the story. Cue me in.
Or the LSX is.
Oh, the LSX. Yeah, that's our pro spec. That's the engine currently on our pro spec car.
Got it.
We didn't get it till our second year.
All right.
Yeah. So my buddy who I grew up with in high school or whatever, his dad does storage container buying stuff, like Storage Wars stuff.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, and he called me up one day. I was sitting in the shop working, and he calls me up and he's like, "Hey, do you know anyone who wants to buy an LS engine?" It's like, maybe. What kind of LS is it? And he goes, "Well, I don't know. It says LSX on the side of it." Oh, okay, I'll be right there. I will head over there right now. So I get there and I'm like, it's full LS, full block. It's literally somebody had an LSX straight from the factory, like $15,000 engine, tore it apart and left all the parts in the storage unit.
Wow.
Yeah. I found out a story later, and after this I'll cue that in. But so I'm talking to him and I go, "Well, how much do you want for it?" Rule number 1, never make the first offer on anything you buy. So we go back and forth for 5 minutes. I won't throw out any offer. He tells me $800. Okay, here you go.
Yep. Not a problem.
For everything, deal. So got that. That's our new prospect engine. Come to find out, now I feel so bad. That engine belonged to a veteran.
Okay.
So you know how Storage War stuff goes. If they lapse on a payment, it becomes default and they sell it. Yeah. Turns out, so I think he was on deployment or in the hospital or something, but his wife was making payments. The storage unit place didn't see the payments, even though they were going through. Didn't mark it down and put the unit up for auction.
Oh my god!
Because he was a drag racer. Dakota, my I say spotter. He used to be my spotter. He does all of our like tuning on the track and whatnot. His dad is a giant drag racer in town. He knew about that engine, so he talked to the people like, "Hey, I was just not even to see like about the engine. He just wanted to make sure everything was going okay with them, because usually when somebody doesn't pay for storage fees, they're kind of falling on hard times. Yeah. So he just wanted to reach out to make sure he was like, okay, like being all right. And the wife literally had no idea. She goes, what are you talking about? We're making pay, like we're up to date. The only reason they had that storage unit was because they were moving to a new house. So they put all of their stuff in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All of his like war medals and everything. It was
I'm hoping
insane.
like the storage company has to like reimburse them or something.
Oh, I think they're still in a lawsuit to this day.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, have you like run into him or met him and like, can I take you for a ride along or like?
No, never met him.
No.
It'd be kind of fun to like track him down and be like, hey, I know this sucks and I know this is kind of yours, but like, let me show you what it can do.
I should. I felt so bad. We definitely
That's not on you though.
I know. And when I found out the story, I called our buddy, and obviously like he's not going to give everything away, right? But I kind of told him like, give me the medals, because he had all of his war medals in there. Oh, so he was able to give us all the medals, and then I gave it to Dakota's dad, and he was able to at least get like his memorabilia type of stuff.
Yeah, that's wild. That's such a weird situation, because it's like two people feel guilty over it, right? I'm sure the guy buying the unit, but he's like, hey, I'm out money too. Like I had to pay for all this. Like it's not my fault.
Yeah.
So
well, technically, I paid for it because he paid like $800 for the whole unit. And afterwards, I told him, like, I was like, all right, I already gave you the money. How much did you pay for, like, everything? And he's like, $800. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to pay for the unit. I'll sell everything else. And
yeah, that's wild. I mean, hey, it's your engine now. Yeah.
That engine's been in. I mean, we've rebuilt it. We've only rebuilt it once, but yeah, she's a ripper.
Are you, I know you're building another car, but are you making any major changes for Pro, or are you going to try and stick with what works? Okay.
Good changes, though. Good changes.
Yeah. ability to work on the car and reliability and things like that.
Yeah. So I mean, speaking on engines, that was an LSX. It was an iron block. It was, I mean, that our car in Pro Spec was like 3,100, 3,200 pounds without driver.
Got it.
Without driver. And she's so, thick. Yeah, thick. So the steel block, I mean, that's an extra 100, 130 pounds. So we're working, Race Winning Brands owns like Dart, Boost Line, J&E. We've been working with them for the past couple of years for the J&E and the Boost Line stuff, but we're also bringing on Dart for this year. So we'll be running an aluminum block.
Sick.
Yeah, the plan is to have that engine built, put in the Pro Spec car, and then ideally mid-season swap cars over just for the updated chassis. Yeah, get rid of the old supercharger that always left me hanging. So Magnuson is coming on board and really let me step it up with the supercharger. I don't want to say the company of our old one because I'd feel bad.
That's all good.
I literally had to get that thing rebuilt every year of FD. Yeah. Like they had to put new housing, like a new rotors in it. They'd have to machine the housings literally every year.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Well, I mean, I there's one thing that's like maintenance and just doing a re-up on it, but yeah, like it's a whole other thing if you have to do it every time.
Yeah, a supercharger is not a 1-year maintenance item. That should be a long-term item.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's one thing to do a refresh and just go in and like put new seals in and just like make sure everything's good. But if it's new housings and things are getting machined back out, that can be tough.
Yeah, no, we didn't even get our rebuilt supercharger last year until a week or two before Atlanta. So like zero test time or anything. So I went into SEMA this year fully ready to just do NA nitrous. Like,
gotcha.
We're working with Dart, we're working with J&A. Let's just build a gnarly nitrous motor. And Rome actually introduced me to Noel, who's at Magnuson, and I was explaining it. Like, I was basically telling him, like, I don't need a supercharger. I'm doing NA nitrous. Like, I'm literally just talking to you as a friend right now. Like, we just met each other, but I'm just chatting with you about my plan. And he like stops me and he's like, we're making you run a supercharger. You'll be happier.
That's awesome. I love hearing that like Rome made that introduction as well. Like absolute sweetheart of a human being, and like would have expected nothing out of it. Just be like, hey, at least have this conversation. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah.
No, and he introduced us to a couple of good people out at SEMA. So that was awesome.
Good.
That was one of those. We were walking through the halls of SEMA. And we just stopped to chat to Rome, and he I explained to him what we were doing, and he goes, "Nope, let me introduce you to somebody." And he literally stopped what he was doing and walked me to these places.
That's so cool to hear.
Yeah,
I've always said that I think pro spec drivers should have like a pro mentor or something like that, or like rookies should have a pro mentor or something like. It's tough. Like, I don't know if that's something that should be mandated, but I think as a pro spec driver or a rookie driver, like go make friends as quick as you can and it'll reduce the learning curve so much.
Yeah, I mean, but what happens if you get that pro driver who doesn't know shit and now you're having to teach them?
Yeah, I know. That could happen. That could happen.
It could very well happen.
Yeah, but I would still argue that the vast majority, if not all, the pro drivers know something more than every pro spec driver. It may not be everything more.
I guarantee it. Yeah. They're so busy. I tried getting a mentorship with Osbo this past year, and that put myself, dude, that was out of my comfort zone just even trying to talk about it. And I mean, he was all for it. Like, we vibe pretty well. I feel like we've got pretty similar driving styles, and some of the higher ups kind of kiboshed it because he's a busy man.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shit on the go.
Yeah.
So I could see that. But I mean, even to just have him as a contact or a friend or like at an event, you could walk up to him and be like, hey man, I'm struggling with this. Like, what do you think? Like whether it's, program or mechanics or whatever, right. Car and driving is easy, but it's the rest that's tough.
That's why I wanted to do it with Osbo, because the year prior we were having issues in St. Louis. A lot of drivers on the last Outerzone, outer 4 or whatever, they would go off, or they would pick up throttle and then get off throttle and then pick it up again mid-zone. And it was a very common across the board. And I kind of like dove deep into how can I not do that? How can I not lift? And I ran into Osbo in the stands, and we were just kind of bullshitting with each other. And he brought up like, oh, just hold handbrake a little bit longer and do this and do that. And it worked really freaking well. And we just kind of vibed on sharing driver input back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Like, it's nice to hear that he's willing to put in that time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a great guy. There's so many people. Like Odie, I've hopped on the sim with him for a while, and he's insanely nice, insanely cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's really nobody on the grid. Like, I know people will ask me like, oh, like, who's your favorite driver? Like, who's your least favorite driver? And I'm like, I don't really have a least favorite driver. Like, I hang out in the pits with pretty much everybody. I try and stop in, even on the prospect side. Like, every round, I try to spend a couple of minutes at every pit. If there's nobody there, I can't. But like,
right. I've got a few, but I don't want to mention because I don't want to be blacklisted from certain things.
Fair enough. I mean, you're not gonna get along with everybody, but I know you're saying.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some guys.
As a whole, like the grid's pretty freaking good though.
Yeah, the community is insane.
Yeah.
I've been talking with Gucci a little bit about doing FDJ. It's never gonna happen. Cool. It's not gonna happen. But every time I see him, he always like, "Oh, are you coming out this year? Are you gonna come?"
I mean, it's just budget. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I even got to the point of in prospect hitting up Nishida and like, because there's an FDJ. I watch everything, right? And back when he announced, he was talking with the comment, like people posting comments, and I joked like, oh, let's team up next year. And he jokingly said like, yeah, like I would actually really like to run a FD team in FDJ instead of work.
He's talked about that for a while. Like, I think that's not a hidden thing. Hopefully I'm not blowing up his spot, but I've had conversations with him about that where he's like, what if I just get some cars prepped, ready to go, and people can just pay for an arrive and drive, and here you go. I'll get the team, I'll get the people, I'll get the parts. You just show up.
I was honestly super for it. We kind of talked a little bit, and we ended up getting to the point of getting pricing somewhat figured out. I can't afford it, but looking back, we'll probably spend more in pro than FTJ. I would rather do pro, but
yeah. Well, I mean, the flights alone to FDJ, you're going to be $2,000 a piece. So
right. The arrive and drive was not bad. It was probably similar to some pro spec arrive and drives that we've heard of.
I can see that. But same thing, like the logistics aren't as bad. Like Japan's not all that big. I mean, it's not a small country, but it's kind of small.
Look, I'm just putting it out there. I want to drive anything.
Yeah.
I will drive anything. I joked with Vernon in Utah about doing a Drift Masters, like a wild card.
Yeah.
I joked like, oh, if you can let Sorensen come in, why can't you let me? Like, I'm also prospect, but
we could.
Yeah, I know. And he looked at me and he's like, you let me know, I'll find a car for you. Like, we can easily do this.
The opportunities are out there. I just think not enough drivers like actually ask. Right?
Yeah.
Like, when they actually come out and go like, no, I get it. You got to quit being so North Dakota nice.
That's the thing. North Dakota nice. I don't want to be pushy. I'm putting it out there now, though. So if anybody wants me to come drive, I'll go to New Zealand, Australia, anywhere.
You just got to get your checkbook out. That's all.
I know.
We got to get some more carbon fiber bits going. What you didn't even mention? What is the name of the company, by the way?
So it's 272 Motorsports. We talked about that at the podcast in Utah. We were trying to push 272. I really couldn't really think of a name, so we took my race number.
That's fair.
But I'm trying to keep it separated from me as a driver, and that's why Reese didn't know it was me. I just don't want to have the full on this is my company type of stuff. I want it to be a company, and I'm just a part of it.
I don't know. I think there's benefits to both.
Okay, so devil's advocate here, and Dan, I'm sorry, but How many kits of Carbon Kevlar M-Spec kits do you think could have sold but didn't after the Denofa debacle?
Oh, because of the actual issue?
Because of the issue.
I think anybody who was actually pissed about that wasn't going to be buying a kit anyways.
I don't know. I don't want any controversy for me running off on employees.
That's fair. That's fair. But
I'll do my job. I'll do my job to promote. I'll crash into the walls as best as I can without wrecking the car, just to show that the Kevlar is insane. But I'm trying to help all the people helping a part of the business as well.
Yeah, that's like one specific use case though. But like, listen, here's the, you want to play devil's advocate. How many rotary engines has Mohan sold? Didn't do well, had a rough career, but sold a shitload of engines and a lot of repairs. Now, that being said, he does own some of the last equipment in the world to do some of the stuff you need to do. But regardless, it still works.
It's a valid argument, I guess. But
I mean, everybody here now knows that, you know, it's one and the same between you and the company. But I get you. I've had similar concerns with my own stuff as well. But I've also seen, especially in the last couple of months, like what it can do by pushing yourself as a brand.
Right.
It can do a lot.
I wanted a little bit of separation. I've always hated the first name, last name racing type of stuff.
Yeah.
Hated it.
First name, last name photography. Yeah.
Big. So funny story about that. There was a car show local like 10 years ago. And there was this chick that was making a giant collage, and she wanted professional photos uploaded with tagging the people who took the photos. So I jokingly gave her a cell phone image. She fell in love with it, asked me for the photography name. So I put first name, last name photography, and she put it on the mural.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's like an ongoing joke in the media world. So,
I believe.
But I agree.
It.
It's the same. It's same in the racing world. But
yeah.
I think having something that's close or like is somehow branded. Like I use my gamer tag. Like that's become the website and everything else is jacko13.com. Shameless self plug on that one.
Buy your beanies.
Beanies, posters, shirts. I don't know. This would be out in time. I brought back Pogs.
What are those?
Like, do you don't remember Pogs from like high school? What year were you born?
95.
It'd be a little bit before your time. They were like cardboard discs that like you would collect and like you play games with and stuff.
Okay.
You don't remember these at all, huh?
No.
Okay, so
Definitely not.
Before Pokemon cards and stuff, there's a company called Pogs, and they created these little discs. I have some over there. I still want to get up and get them.
Oh, I saw you post about it. You posted it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're little cardboard discs that they print stuff on, and you can like collect them. There was like rare ones. They had like a thing called a slammer, which is like metal or plastic. But you play games where you'd like stack them all up. Like let's say you had 10, I had 10. We'd stack 20 up, our 10 and our 10, and then you hit it with one of the slammers, and whatever ones flip over, you get to keep those. So you're getting some of mine. I'm getting some of yours. So then you're inherently trading it that way as well. Or you would like just trade them. You try to like get collection. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm already.
I found like the last Pog producer in America, and I was like, I really liked this game as a kid. I want to start making them. So I did.
Well, good on you. Buy them at Jacko13.
Right? Thank you.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Nailed it. I do know you're a big Pokemon person though.
I am.
Yes. What are you playing right now?
Gold.
Okay.
For my birthday, my mother bought me an emulator. So I've just been jamming all the old stuff. I mean, I still have my old Game Boy, but this charges better and whatnot. So do a lot of road trips, and that's my go-to road trip thing.
I highly recommend. There is a user-built version of Pokemon called Fire and Ash, which follows the storyline of the show. So
interesting.
Yes, so you get a Pikachu in the beginning, and then you find like a Charmander that's been abandoned on the side of the like.
Dang.
You get, dude, and it follows it so well. And like Team Rocket is actually Jesse and James and Meowth. Like, it's really, really good, and it's on an emulator. I I play on a Steam Deck. Like when I travel, it shows how much I play it. It's sitting next to me.
Well, you see, you like perked up when you started talking about it. So
well, yeah, it's just over the holidays I was at the in-laws for half, and then my family for half, and I was like, I'm just gonna start playing old games. So I started playing like Ratchet and Clank and Banjo-Kazooie, and then I was like, man, I should play Pokemon. And then I heard nostalgia. About this. I'm deep in the nostalgia right now. It's going to happen to you too. Like 4 or 5 more years, you're just going to be thinking about how good things were back in the day.
Dude, I'm still nostalgia. I'll listen to anything from the early 2000s music, and I'll even I'll watch old rom-coms from back in the day. It's all nostalgia.
Yeah, it's I've said it a few times. Like nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
It's great.
Yeah, it's super great. This episode is brought to you by a brand that I absolutely love. I have owned Nomatic gear for so long now, and admittedly, it took a lot of messages, a lot of DMs, but I finally got through and convinced them to support this show, and now they're super stoked about it. They're absolutely pumped about everything we're doing here on the podcast, and they're offering you a 15% discount off of their incredible bags and apparel, everything else that they've got on the go. So check that link down below, click it. Discount will be applied at checkout, but you can also win one of the Nomatic travel backpacks. I have been daily driving one for over a year now, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's got so much room for everything. I could fit my laptop, my tablet, all my charging stuff. Honestly, I could actually do an entire weekend at FD just using this backpack. It is that good. It fits so much stuff. It is built for flying. It is built for travel. It is incredible. And you could win it too by heading over to outerzonepod.com, filling out the information to enter the giveaway. Make sure you're following us. Make sure you're following Nomatic, and you're entered in to win. And if you're a premium podcast listener, you're already entered to win the Method carry-on luggage, which I've also been using for over a year. I put almost 100 flights on it already, and it looks brand new. It's incredible. So thank you so much, Nomatic. If you want to check out their gear, check the link down below. You click that link. That way they know we sent you. It's greatly appreciated, and you're saving yourself 15%. So thank you once again, Nomatic, for supporting the podcast. Did you know that premium podcast listeners have already heard this episode? Yes, they get it ad-free. They get extended content. They get a bunch of really, really cool stuff, all for $5 a month or $50 for the entire year. All you have to do is head over to outerzonepod.com and sign up for it. You get entered into giveaways completely for free. You get all the stuff I already talked about. You get to help build this show. We talk to our members a lot about what we want to do about guests and giveaways and promos. You get a discount on Outerzone merch. There's so many cool things that you get with this. It helps support the show. It helps us do cool things and bring you just more amazing content. We have so much cool stuff in the works for this year, and we already thank all of the members that have already signed up. So if you don't want to sign up, I totally get it. You get episodes the exact way you've always gotten them. This is just a way that you can help support what we do here at the podcast just a little bit more. So thank you for your consideration, and back to the show. All right, so running through my research, the general theme of Cody Buchanan is you are very much a go with the flow, make shit happen, do it for the plot, think of the story. And a story that I was asked to bring up is the Amish house in Indiana.
Yeah, so back when we won our license, but we had to wait a year. We were in like that weird grace period year where they had too many prospect licenses given out that you couldn't register. So for that whole year, we just did a bunch of competitions, one of which being in Indiana for the Riverside, whatever K. I don't think it was the 50, but we got there. I Airbnb'd it, cheap as hell, cheaper than a hotel. And it turned out to be an Amish house that didn't have actual heat. It had electricity, but the only heat in there was plug-in heaters in each individual room.
Got it. Okay.
And then the water was like well water, so you had to shower with like sulfur smell, and it was quite terrible. But the whole thing about it is everything in life is about the story. If it's a good story, bad story, it's about the story. And in 10 years, you might laugh at it or be really happy about it.
I think some of the worst situations I've ever been in I've obviously come out alive. So that's great.
Yeah.
But they're often the best stories.
Yeah.
And a lot of them do revolve around like really bad hotels or Airbnbs. And I think that's just
100%.
because of, I think that's just because of how much we travel, that like so much of our life is that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm very analytical about everything. Drifting, Airbnbs, hotel, literally everything. I nerd out, dive in, and I'm very analytical. But I'm a realist. No matter what, you have no control over the universe. So it is very much go with the flow, and whatever happens, let's just enjoy it and make the most of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And it's so easy to just let a situation eat you and get you down. I mean, like, I think I've always had a rule where you should be given a certain amount of time to accept and process a really shit situation, right? And whatever that amount, like, somebody passes away, yes, grieve. You need to do it. It's part of it, but you can't let that then define every part of your life forever, right?
Yeah, there's this saying, I mean, it's super famous. I'll butcher it, but it's don't let 10 seconds of a shit situation ruin the next, I don't know, math, X amount of minutes in a day. Because it's a small percentage.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, I can't remember how the actual phrase goes, but I know what you mean. It's a lesson I've like taught to my kids too, where I'm like, are you going to let this one thing ruin the entire day?
Right.
And they're like, no. I'm like, if you have $24 and one of those bills is crumpled up, does that mean the rest of the dollars aren't worth anything? And like, no, it's fine. I'm like, exactly.
100%.
So one thing, it shouldn't ruin every hour of your day.
Exactly. And you just have to look at it with a good outlook for whatever regard.
Yeah, that's really good, obviously, for your career and everything else. Has there been a situation where trying to make it feel all right was a little bit more difficult than previous ones?
I honestly can't even think of any. Yeah. I don't know if your research pointed out any, but honestly,
no, not really.
When I'm with anybody, like if I'm by myself, I might spend extra time throwing tools in the shop or something. But when I'm with people, it's very much what can I do to make sure their spirits are up too? Because if their spirits are down and I'm down, it's gonna be a really bad day.
Yeah.
Let's try to get their spirits up so it's not bad for the both of us.
That can be rough though. Like when you're the emotional anchor for a group, it can definitely be tough. Because it's like at some point, like you still need to go like, hey, I kind of want to have a shit day. Like everybody else is having a tough time and I'm the guy that's keeping everybody going. But like, would you mind if I had a mental breakdown like once every 6 months? Yeah.
Nah, like a couple years. That comes eventually.
It's going to be a good one then if you're holding that back.
I'll fucking ball or something.
Let's just get you into a rage room now and do a little preventative maintenance.
We could do that. I don't know. I've got nothing to be bad about right now.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're in a phenomenal spot. I'm hoping it stays that way the whole season.
Yeah. I literally just signed a tire deal yesterday.
No,
and it's been hard to sleep. Yeah,
dude, congrats. That's so big.
Should we say it?
You tell me. I don't care.
It's a Kumo. It's Kumo.
Dude, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Kumo, listen, you talk to the Kumo drivers and they're like, hey, this is like the most slept on tire in this series right now.
Yeah.
Like no one's talking about it, but like you go chat with those guys and they're like, these things are freaking wild. So yeah, dude, congrats. That's awesome.
We've been working on tires since SEMA, even before SEMA. And
you some good company on that too.
Kumo was late. Like I haven't talked to Kumo at all since SEMA. And we called each other, or they called me like 2 days ago. It was like, we're doing it right now. Let's do it. Let's get on a meeting, sign a contract. Let's lock it in. And we're here. We're Kumo.
That's awesome, dude. I'm stoked.
Thank you.
You're on a big boy tire. Look at you.
A big boy tire.
Well, and I was gonna be my next question is like, car's still heavy. There's no way you chopped out, a couple 100 pounds. So do you know what size you're running already then?
295 4018.
All right. That is a substantial jump.
Big upgrade. Yeah, good thing. So we're doing quick change this year. No more stock diff. And that was actually something super cool. Speed Tech, don't know if you've heard of them. It's a company out of Australia.
Yep.
It was Kevin Wells' idea, but I worked out a deal with them. So, I mean, I've got a quick change diff in the car, but they're going to be doing a gear exchange program for all FD drivers, pro and pro spec, at each round. And
Okay.
so I sat down. Dustin Miles actually works with them pretty closely as well.
Yeah.
So Dustin and I sat down with the owner at SEMA and then locked it in at PRI, and we're basically, Speed Tech is going to have a booth at FD. They're going to have a few quick changes on hand at their booth, and every gear ratio that they possibly offer, like 4 or 5 of each sets of every gear ratio.
That's
and
cool.
If a driver, and we kind of pitched it. I pitched it more for like the pro spec because those guys can't really afford every single gear ratio. But I mean, pro too, if they like, it's definitely open to all the pro drivers. Yeah, if you don't have a gear ratio, but you want to test out a different wheel speed, come by the Speed Tech booth. We'll get you set up on. I'm not going to be in the booth, but they'll get you set. They'll get you set up on.
You should do some appearances, though.
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
We originally I was part of the negotiations with that, and we originally said we could run it out of our booth or like our area. I didn't want any correlation with drivers giving secrets about. Like, I just want to be separated so they can run their own program. But yeah. So they'll have quick changes because we know we've seen those break in drifting, and people are literally overnighting because they don't have spares. So now there will be like 3 sets of spare quick changes at every FD event, open to any driver, and it's insane.
Damn.
So
See, and it's these type of like deals that get partnerships done. Right?
I'm trying to help everybody that we bring on. Like trying to help all the pro spec guys, the pro guys, like the North Dakota Nice. I just want to help everybody I can.
Yeah. But it's smart. Like, obviously it comes from a great place, but taking off my morality cap for a second and going straight to business, it's like, these are the type of deals though that brands want. They want an idea or something they couldn't do or didn't think to do. Like if you're even a pro driver, I've had these conversations with, if you're trying to sell your program where you're just like, I'm going to put a logo on and tag you in some posts, like stop wasting your breath, man. Think of a cool idea, do something awesome with them. Like there's a reason why Frederick Osbo is in Rockstar commercials that are linked up with Taco Bell, and they have a mini TV series and a booth with like his merch in it, right? Like, that's a full activation. There's a reason why like the Air Force has all this stuff with the sword. Like those big money sponsors are because you have big money ideas and you want to do something cool that they don't have access to, they didn't think of, or like you're providing them a demographic that they can't hit any other way.
Right. Yeah, so we even like shout out Kevin because he's the one who introduced the idea. I just helped negotiate it with Dustin, but we even convinced them to do a like kind of like the NGK thing where they give all the prospect drivers money at every round. Contingency. So they're doing a contingency for prospect this year. So I think there'll be money towards product each event. And I believe the winner of the championship in that contingency, you don't have to win the championship to win it, gets a free diff.
Sick. That's phenomenal.
The owner, Alex, was super hyped about being an FD and wanted to give the winner a sequential. We were like, no, like hold off on a second. Like we probably shouldn't give him a sequential. Like let's just do a quick change.
Yeah.
With prospect.
Pro maybe. Pro. Like, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I popped by their booth at PRI because I was chatting with Dustin. He was working the booth, right?
He was, yeah.
Yeah. I did chat with him for a bit. There was there was another guy there, I think from Europe. I recognized as well. His name's slipping my. Anyways, it's gonna.
So yeah, Alex is the owner. He's Australian. Oli is from Minnesota, but he's Russian.
Okay.
He's a drifter. He's actually out in Minnesota. So, but yeah, he works. He'll be working the Speed Tech booth this year.
Nice. Yeah, no, there's somebody else that I recognize now. It's just the names escape me. It's like right there. I can I know it's got a V in it, but I can't bring it together.
I'm trying to bring in everything for everybody. I just want everybody to succeed and do well.
Good, man. That's
feel it helps them.
Well, yeah. I mean, the morality of it is phenomenal to see. Like,
yeah.
Admittedly, it's good. It's really good to see. And it's,
the irony of a guy who won a championship on a stock diff car is preaching about quick changes.
Yeah, but that stock diff is not going to hold up with the 295. Let's be perfectly honest.
100%.
But what it does do, though, is it shows your driver ability to be able to fight around gearing ratios.
Yeah, you just drive better. That's literally, that's what you got to do.
You got to be careful. I got into a lot of shit for saying that. I got roasted for saying that once.
I'm interested to see how it works in pro, but literally my entire mindset is just drive better. Don't screw up. If you screw up, don't.
I think I don't want to rain on your parade at all with any of this, but you have to remember everybody that's there is already driving better, and the difference in a lot of cases are these really, really small tweaks and small setup things. Where I got in trouble, and I still stand by this even though I got torn apart for it, where I was like, hey, prospect guys, you guys are spending so much, because I was watching context. I was watching a lot of drivers missing laps because they were making a bunch of changes in the pits. Yep. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you changing all these things in the pits? Go out and get your laps. Leave it. Just whatever it is, just leave it. Obviously, if your gear ratio is so far off you can't even drift the course, that's one thing. But
it shouldn't be, because we were stock diff. I had one ratio.
Yes. Well, and you should have known that before you showed up, right? But I was watching guys go out and put down a 75-point lap, and then go into the pits and take 40 minutes to change a bunch of stuff, and then come back out and put down a 60-point lap. And I'm like,
yeah.
So I just said, I'm like, quit screwing around, quit trying to think that you want to do this, and just put in the laps. Obviously, there are times, yes, where you have to go back and adjust things and all that stuff. But God, just show up a little bit more prepared and focus on getting as much lap time as you can. And if you want to tweak the last 5%, go for it. But if you're not at 85, 90% yet,
I don't
think that tweak's going to do it.
Here's the thing. Be a good enough driver to know what you need to do.
Yeah.
Anything you got to do to the car shouldn't take more than 5 or 10 minutes setup-wise. Be a good enough driver to know what you have to do. Yeah,
your angle kit of choice should be dialed and ready to go. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
whatever it is you're running should be ready to go. Listen, there's no sponsor logos for them or any other angle kit company behind me. So, I'm just gonna say angle kit company.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Although the owner of another one is in town right now. So.
Yeah, I saw him. All I'm saying is I drove a car that was not on WiseFab at the Riverside event for a year. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. It was a Corvette. Swore off Corvettes for literally 4 years because the car drove so shitty. I teach a school at Interstate Raceway, a drifting school. A kid, not kid, I shouldn't say kid. He's 40. He had a car. He's won Grid Life road racing twice, the whole championship. Jeremy Swenson. So
yeah, okay,
yeah. So he's not a kid.
He's not a kid at all.
But he built a Corvette to drift, full WiseFab car, and I was teaching him at the school, and he goes, "Hey, can you drive my car?" I was like, "I will. I'll show you what to do, but I'm going to tell you your car is shit." Drove it for one lap, and it was the best car I've ever felt.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever that other kit was, it's not confirming it was set up correctly. So
I spent a while trying to set it up.
Okay, well,
yeah. We got it. I mean, I won stuff with it. I podiumed.
You drove around it. You just drove better.
Just drove better. I podiumed the first time ever driving it, and every lap I finished, I would tell my crew guys, I hate this car. Swear to God.
Part of me wants you to put that on the car somewhere, just drive better, but I also don't want you to smoke a wall in Long Beach and there's just a photo of you nosed up in the wall and a load, and it just says "just drive better" on the back. It would do so well though. Like it's, I don't want it to happen, but it would be funny. Yeah. I only say that because I really like you, and it would be funny.
No, we've got like in North Dakota, and it's turning away from that, but we've got very Jersey vibes as far as drifting goes, like E-Town.
Interesting.
Like there's the guy who started ND Drift, Max Crocker, very big into shut the fuck up and just drive better. So when I started like learning how to drive, it was, hey dude, like if you're sucking, just don't suck.
Yeah.
And it kind of went that way.
There is something to be said about that mentality.
Yeah, the E-Town boys shred.
Well, and it's just like no one wants to hear somebody else complain.
Yeah.
It's just like, just shut up. I don't care. I don't care what's wrong with your car. Just drive. Just go do the thing. And I mean, for a long time, and even still, it has produced incredible drivers. So there's something to be said about it.
My missile car, I've bent the lower control arm. It's not a WiseFab kit. They know, don't worry. And I've bent it so many times, and I've pulled it back from a trailer winch that it just won't toe straight, so I'd never align it. The last time I aligned it, it was 2 inches towed in. Just drive better to drive it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree definitely to a certain point, but I also do think that like that mentality can be good, but it may also be slightly harmful when you get up to pro.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there's going to be a lot of chassis changes, and there's going to be like we're going to have to dive in. And like I said, I'm a big nerd. I really like to develop cars and like to figure out different alignment settings and different geometries to things. But at the end of the day, if you're sucking at driving, a setup change isn't going to dictate whether you're first or last.
No, that's fair. And I think some of that needs to be like the good communication with the spotter as well. Like you can see when a car is acting up, and you can see when a driver's just not on it. Like there's a big distinction in that where, if a car's moving weird, that's not a driver thing. That's a
setup wise is going to be bigger in pro spec or pro. Like we know Literal is a decent driver. Yeah. The car, the RB, not so much. Pro spec, it's probably mostly driver error with a little bit of car issues.
Yeah, I mean, if your dampers are all set completely wrong, then it's probably driver can still get around it, but it's still going to be an issue. Yeah, I agree. I think pro spec is a lot less about the setup. It's still important to be within the range, but like in pro, you have to have the setup right, and you have to be a phenomenal driver. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
So,
I agree, and that's why we're trying to do it. We're gonna do it and hopefully do well.
What's success look like for you this year then?
If I can make one top 16, I'll be happy.
Okay.
If I can make top 16 every event, I'll be ecstatic. That was the same goal I had for Pro Spec. And our Pro Spec, our rookie year, was qualifying. We had qualifying it was the knockout qualifying.
Yep.
But my goal was, as long as I qualify, I'll be happy. And then we made like top 16 every event, but that was just a bonus.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's very, very reasonable and level-headed.
Yeah. If I can get at least one top 16, I'll be super happy. If I can qualify every event, I'll be pretty happy too. Yeah. Watch me not qualify for Long Beach, and I'll be like, fuck.
Nah, it's a tough one, man. It's such a tough track. There's just nothing like it. I think it's really good in a lot of ways because as drivers, the wall can be a fantastic thing to have because you know where it is, right? And you can tell, and you can usually know if you're going in too deep or not deep enough well before you ever get near the wall. The downside is if you get it wrong, it is not even a little bit forgiving. There's just no forgiving spot on that track.
Yeah, I mean,
it's how we start the season.
I'm happy. Like I wanted to. For our second year of Pro Spec, I wanted to do that Motegi, or it's not Motegi anymore, but the Motegi Super Drift thing. And yeah, it just didn't make sense. We didn't even have an engine in the car in the time, but the track looks super fun.
Yeah. I'm excited for you, man. I'll be up there. I'll be in the grandstands watching your first lap.
Yeah,
So
hopefully I don't hit the wall.
just go and give it a quick little rip around. I
mean, we've got
crazy on the first
Kevlar,
one.
so it's okay.
There you go.
And we have a second car that we're building. So worst case scenario,
it's not a lot of time between the two events. I mean, there's some time, but not a lot.
Yeah. No, well, if I suck, I suck, and I mean, I'll admit I suck. I've said that on camera before in Prospec. If I'm off, I'm off, and
yeah. Hopefully you're not.
No, I'm excited. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming this year, so it's going to be really exciting to drop, I guess.
Yeah. What's the plan for the team? Like, you trying to keep as many of the same guys, or it's a lot of time to take off work?
So, as mentioned, we're very budget. I've never not said that, even with Prospec. So, where budgets lie, especially with our current partners, they're helping out a lot, but we are keeping all of my same Prospec team, except we're splitting it up and running half crew. I've got 2 guys full-time for the year, and then the remainder of the guys, so we'll have like 2 alternates. And they'll rotate. So I'll have 3 to 4 guys per event.
Got it.
And yeah, they're just going to rotate a season.
That's fair.
Yeah. Just try to do what we can.
Have you tried looking at like teaming up with anybody or trying to like share logistics or anything like that?
It doesn't really make sense here. It did when there was a few drivers from our area, but both of which aren't doing FD this year. Both Minnesota people who were registered, or not registered, but who were
licensed
are not. I don't want to name drop, but
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Let them do their own announcements.
But that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, they could do their research, but I'm not like actually saying their names. But it would make sense that way. But nobody around here. I should say 3. There's 3 drivers from this area that all are not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have left it vague, but no. Okay, so week 1 of drifting, we're going to put Cody through PR boot camp.
I'll lose all of my credibility then.
No, you know what? I prefer the lack of PR training. It's it makes for a much more interesting show.
I mean, I just want to call it as it is. I don't want to like I said, I'm not going to name their names. If people actually want to do the research, they can.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll find out like in a week, but I want to let them do their own announcements on, hey, I'm not going to be driving.
Yeah.
So
I gotcha.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, the closest Midwest people are Talaska, and he's Prospec, so it would work, but it would still also not really work at the same time to team up as a Prospec.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like, hey, we're gonna just store the car and parts in someone's trailer. They're gonna move the car around. We just have to fly in or drive to wherever we're going.
Yeah, I think for me, I like to be in charge of my own program. So we're more than likely what's going to happen is I'm just going to leave the truck and trailer around the country. It kind of makes sense. I mean, we're from Long Beach. I'm passing through Oklahoma on my way to Atlanta. I actually have to work for James doing some driver training in Oklahoma for those 2 weeks. So I'm already going to be over there, go to Atlanta. And then Atlanta's 3 hours from Florida, 6 hours. So
yeah,
like the loop actually makes sense. Like it's insane that FD made it make sense, but it makes sense.
And then this is the part where you're like, by the way, I kind of need somewhere to store the truck and trailer for a few weeks after.
I've already got
Orlando.
somebody. Yeah,
good to hear.
We talked shit about Schulman, but shout him out because he said I could leave it there.
All right.
So screw you, Schulman, but I also love you.
Yeah, appreciate it, buddy. I want to get that in writing, but yeah, it's all good. I could fit another big trailer in here. What are you doing truck and trailer wise?
Same as the Prospec car or the Prospec setup is like a 32-foot enclosed with just like my normal truck.
What's the normal truck? We never talk about rigs. And people love trucks.
It's a 2015 Duramax with some emission stuff.
Weight loss.
Yeah. something like that. But I
Jenny
say
Craig,
5 miles per gallon, which is insane.
just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's so crazy. When you're doing 30,000 miles not round trip, but like cross country, it adds up. That's it. I'm actually looking for new trucks now because it just turned over 225,000.
Yeah, it's getting to rebuild time real soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I was planning on just putting a little bit of work into it and doing the whole loop and leaving the truck and trailer. Now we're kind of leaning more towards let's come back every other event to do testing.
Okay.
Because with the new chassis build, we'll have 2 cars on the off chance. We'll have 2 engines, 2 cars, all the spares. So if we mess it up in testing, we have a backup plan.
Yeah, and there might be situations that occur where like, oh, we were gonna stay and now we have to go back home to rebuild this or swap something out, or
Yeah. So adding the extra miles on coming home, I'm definitely looking at new trucks now. Not new, but new to me.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's admirable setup. That size trailer you find works really well.
Yeah, I need something bigger.
Like 40.
I was thinking 44.
Okay.
So we run our K truck in there. It's the car and the K truck.
Right.
I've got a couple feet in between each, but it just gets too tight.
Yeah.
So
44 is good. You could fit 2 in there if you need to, depending on cabinets and stuff. But
right. I wanted a stacker. I really wanted a stacker, but then you got to get a
Sully's
sport
got one for
chassis.
sale.
That's too small.
Why?
It's a 28.
Yeah, I was a stacker.
Yeah, with the 32, I can fit the car and the K truck in front of it and then still get a car on top.
I guess.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So now you have 2 cars and the K truck.
Yeah. But a stacker, like your fuel economy is going to take a big hit.
Right. Well, and we were looking at sport chassis, but those are $100,000 trucks or whatever. And we'll keep our current rig and upgrade when we have the funding.
Gotcha.
If the funding comes, but
when
the funding comes.
Because some sponsors are going to listen to this and be like, I like that kid. And
No. Here's the thing. So I'm weird where if I speak something into existence, it does not happen.
Oh, okay.
That's how my life turns out. If I speak something into existence, it flips around and gives me the opposite. So if you talk to me, especially off the track, I always sound super down. It's not me being super down. It's me opposite I'm rotating the switch on it.
Okay. That is super.
I don't know why, but that's how it is.
I've always found just tell as many people about your ideas, and the ones that are actually good ideas, someone will jump on. Because if you ask my friends, they'll be like, yeah, Jacob's had about 1,000 different ideas that have gotten into a planning stage and then just disappeared. But what I will say is the plans that have made it through the other stages have all worked out really well. So I think that's how I do is I spitball shit like crazy. And then the things that are actually good, someone's like, you know what, that actually is a good idea. Let's do it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, see, cool. Everything I talk about does not come to life.
All right. So just don't talk about it.
Yeah. So like when we won our championship, in my mind, I was going pro. Literally that day, I was like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
You talk to me, everybody I talk to, I don't know, we're probably not. Now we're doing pro.
Yeah, here we are.
Well, it's just
there's a lot of stuff like don't talk about winning lottery tickets, There's lots of stuff.
I don't even touch. So like when we got the podium in Atlanta, I would not step foot past the 3rd place.
Really? Oh, like just at a superstition.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I grabbed the trophy and then I gave it right away. Like it's on my mantle, but I haven't touched it since. I held it for the photo and didn't want to touch it because I didn't want 3rd. I wanted 1st.
Yeah. Nah, that's fair, man.
I like
the superstition.
Not in a bad way, just a superstitious way.
That's cool. Are you superstitious about anything else? Like, do you like put your left foot in your, race suit first or anything like that?
No, I don't do that type of stuff. I was a big, always 3 taps on the handbrake before you take off.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, but I kind of just I talked to Dylan, and Dylan kind of he stresses about it a lot. Where if he has a superstition in his head, he just puts that away. Because what happens if you don't do it? Well, middle of the run, you don't want to think like, oh shit, I'm not doing that. So this past year, I kind of told myself like, dude, you don't need to touch the handbrake before you take off. And the only reason so my handbrake is literally right here. I was just 1, 2, 3, and then I was good to go. And then I would pump the clutch 3 times as well. The only reason I did that is because I drove some shitty cars when I was first getting started, and the pressures never held up. So you had to pump it before the run, both the clutch and the handbrake. So then my body memory went, oh shit, I need to push the clutch in, need to grab the handbrake, or otherwise I'm not going to have a clutch or a handbrake.
Yeah, that's no, I get that. The car I have now is the first good handbrake I've ever had, and coming from ones where like you're driving down the straight and you're like, oh, there it is. Okay, now I can rip on it. Yep. Or you go to transition and you're just like all the way back, and then it finally grabs. I will say, yeah, I know now, even with mine, when I first started ripping on it, I was hauling on it to the point where I was bending the bracket. And one of my buddies like, what are you doing? Like that thing locks up immediately. I'm like, I'm so used to handbrakes that do this. And now I've got one where I'm like, it's just, a 2-inch, 1-inch pull and it's locked up. So
it's the best kind. Yeah,
it's pretty fantastic. I'm kind of spoiled, but I've driven a lot of shit cars over the years. So it's nice to have one that's pretty good.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. How stoked are you for this new one? Like what you said halfway through the season, but like where, I think the last video I saw, the car was still on a rotisserie. So I think you got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, so she's off the rotisserie. We're still doing fab work. I'm just trying to get the fuel cell placement just right and all that stuff. We're trying to keep it fairly similar to the Pro Spec car, except things are going to be a little bit different. Like for the fuel cell, we've got Fuel Lab coming on board. So we're trying to navigate all of their setup. Trying to put things around a little different places. We fully stitch welded the car. On my Pro Spec car, it was very stitch welded, but not underneath. So that's what took forever to try to get the car down. Was literally stitch welding everything, plug welding all the holes, and then grinding the shit welds that you plug the holes out of, just to make it look good.
Fair.
It's literally all fabrication work though. It's once the fab work is done on the car, like the tube front, the tube rear, the fuel cell location, all of that, everything else will just go together. It'll be Legos at that point. I can have the engine out of my Pro Spec car in 45 minutes, and I can have it back in the car within an hour and a half. Like after that 45, so an hour and a half added on. But we know the 350s chassis so well, like once we get to the point of the new Pro car being ready, we have most of the parts there for the car to be its own unit. But when it comes down to it, if we need to, any part we take off the Pro Spec car to put on the Pro car, it's Legos at that point.
Yeah. Do you find that stitch welding is worth it?
I do. My Pro Spec car we've had for 7 years or so. It's never needed to be on a frame rack. How many drift cars that that compete at this level have needed to be on a frame rack?
And you've had some decent hits too, so it's not like the car's just been pristine. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Everything's so straight.
Do you acid dip the car then, or do you just actually like grind out the seat, like the seam sealer and stuff?
Sit there with the wire wheel. It takes forever, but I mean, I talked to Donati about it. He acid dipped his E46 that Colette totaled. Shout out. So he had that car acid dipped, and it was like $4,000.
Wow, I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Yeah,
something like that. It was some.
I mean, that's a lot of labor saved. Like, that's a lot of labor saved.
It is, but you just throw in some headphones, jam out for a couple hours a night. I mean, I think it took me a week or whatever after hours to grind it out, but a week for $4,000 is better than nothing.
Yeah, that's I just like we said, I'm putting the cage in. And I'm kind of like debating how far I want to go with this car, and I was like, I could stitch weld like the inside, and I'm like, no, like just paint the damn car.
Yeah. I think stitch welding, it definitely shows its longevity. Like, there's old stories about Ryan Turk's old car back in the day, like the one that totaled was not stitch welded, and the seams were literally tearing apart.
Yeah, I could see it. I've heard both sides. I've heard that not stitch welding it, when you get into an accident, the panels end up sliding over each other and they don't end up bending at the seams. So you're like, oh, now if I need to put a new panel in, I can just, it's already half undone, I can put it in. But I've also heard people say, no, if you stitch weld it, then if it does bend, when you do pull it back out, everything just goes back into place. And I'm like,
yeah, I can see both. I can see both sides. I talked to Odie about it at SEMA actually, and he was saying he doesn't stitch weld his cars because he builds them to be written off. That's his thing. He builds them to be written off, and I understand that, but a business part of me is also like, why not build it for longevity? And if you're not going to use it in 4 years, it's a higher resale value.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I still don't think I'm going to stitch weld the car. It's so close to it literally just, I'm done scuffing it. It's sitting right now in the driveway, just ready for prime and paint. And I'm like,
oh, there you go.
Do I want the same thing? Do I want to button weld everything and clean up all the holes?
Yeah.
And like, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to 3D print a whole bunch of TPU plugs and just TPU plug every hole that I can. And then like, cool, we're done. I made my own plugs. Whole car's sealed up. We're good to go.
See, I took the long way and I welded up all those holes. After I welded them up, after I welded them up, I was like, damn, I should have just 3D printed these holes. But it looks cleaner.
I bet it does. Mine's going to look interesting.
You can do different colors and polka dots and.
Well, I bought, being a big Mazda guy, I bought a specific blue that was only available for like 1 year.
Oh, I saw you posted that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a mica blue, so it's got fleck in it, and it's like there was a seafoam protege color for a while, and which I was like, oh, that'd be super cool. Like it's kind of my teal seafoam color, and it's a protege, but it's just too dark. Right. And being in Florida, I don't want a dark interior because the car's already black.
Do you have AC?
And then I'm like, I don't. It's gutted.
Dude, do the quick cool share mod. The Amazon Yeti cooler.
Yeah, I might. I've seen there's a company out now too where they've just got a little pack you can carry around with you too.
I don't know. I know Cool Shirt does that too. So for all of ProSpec for the last year or so, we've had the Amazon Yeti cooler. It was like $30. The only expensive thing is your Cool Shirt.
Yeah, but they're not that bad.
They're not that bad. I had a thought actually of doing, because it's only like 1/8 tubing, wrapping your seat in 1/8 tubing. So now you're not even wearing a shirt. You have an AC seat.
Interesting. I like where you're going with this.
Something to think about. Yeah.
Didn't somebody in FD have an AC seat?
I don't know. It'd be cool if they did.
Maybe it wasn't AC, but it had like a mesh on it and then fans, and it would pull. It wouldn't push air out; it would pull air through. In. Yeah,
that's sick. I'll have to ask Kevin about it.
Yeah, I don't know who it was. It sounds like a Stookie thing though, because like they've got a bunch of crazy trick stuff on that car. That like, I think if it was gonna be anybody, it'd be Stookie.
The only other thing on our car that's cool is we have a Bluetooth speaker.
That's pretty sick.
Yep. Gotta listen to the jams when you're driving.
Are you what's your like pregame ritual? Do you have anything? I know we did like no superstition, but is there any meal, anything like that?
No meal. So when I'm driving to the track, it's do you know the artist Kyle, Super Duper Kyle?
No, I don't.
It's a rapper. He's got a song.
Super Duper Kyle.
Yeah, he's got a song. It's called Moment. Okay. So I listen to that every day every time on the way to the track. And then that's probably the only thing to get like in the zone. But when I'm jamming out in the car trying to get hyped, it's Waka Flocka. Flame.
All right.
Yeah. Have to.
Everyone's got their thing, man. I know some people like silence and some people like no radio right before I go, stuff like that. So it's interesting.
No, I try to have a good time. I try to like wave at the drivers that I'm driving with and like have fun with it.
Is there anybody you're excited to like pull up to the line with?
Yes, for multiple different reasons. There's multiple people for multiple different reasons.
You got time, man.
Odie and Osbo, because I've gotten kind of close with them, so I just kind of want to kick their ass as a friendship level.
Right.
And then there's a few other drivers that are pretty high up that I think they're a dick, and I just want to beat them anyways.
Like, I can't wait to get all the names when this is over. I just want like a full list, you just write me a little affidavit of all these people.
Yeah, I'll need you to sign an NDA. And
done deal. That's the easiest signature of my life.
Yeah. We'll be fine.
I don't know if like you're planning on it. Like, do you kind of want to come in and just like disrupt this a little bit and just be like,
I don't want to be your bad guy. You talk about it all the time. I don't want to be the bad guy. You're getting
close here, man. You're talking some shit. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk shit, but I don't want to be the bad guy. I'm a fun guy. I like to have fun.
You can be a fun bad guy.
When I'm like officially done with the FD completely, I will blow up the spot and say every little thing I don't like. That's gonna be like Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin's like he's like a fun bad guy. No. Luke Fink's kind of a fun bad guy.
Yeah, but where is he? He was supposed to register.
I don't know. I don't know if he registered.
We just need to bring Danny George back.
Yes. Yeah, I miss Danny George.
Who is Danny George?
Who is Danny George? Yeah. Yeah, Schwego. He brought in a cannabis sponsor so far ahead of anybody else.
Who was the one? Wasn't there a Canada driver who was sponsored by a strip club?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Sebastian Gauthier? Yeah, Gauthier. Yeah.
Y'all Canadians are wild.
Man, everyone says that we're nice people, but like it's one of those like when the doors close, we're pretty fucking wild. So.
You wild out.
Dude, yeah, it's
we're close to Canada. We're only like 3 hours away, so we get a lot of the runoff.
You're further north than where I lived.
Yeah, we're probably more Canada than you were, I guess.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize that like the vast majority of Canada lives within 100 miles of the border.
Yeah. Well, we get so much Canadians coming up to whether drive or just random Canadians coming to buy goods and services.
Yeah. Cheap fuel and cheap booze.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to, when I lived across from Detroit, we would just go shopping in Detroit.
You just got to be careful on the duties. Don't have a receipt.
Yeah. And know the rules. Like if you know how to play the game, you can bring a lot over the border without paying taxes on it.
So my buddy Lucas, he's our painter. He lives in Canada.
Okay.
He painted my helmet last year. He came to one of our drift events, bought tires in Canada, brought them over the border, came and drifted, did not end up using them because it was a raining weekend. Tried coming back over the border back to Canada, and they tore his trailer apart.
Yep.
And charged him duties on the tires that he had already paid for in Canada.
Yeah, I have a very similar story to that where I bought a bunch of parts, drove down to an event. I was at the event, but then a powder coater was going to do some work. He did the powder coating while the event was going on. We brought it back, and they tried to charge me for the full part. And I'm like, no, I just got the powder coating done. And they're like, prove it. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So I just showed them like the conversations and everything. And thankfully I didn't have to pay for it, but yeah, it can definitely happen.
They be wilding out there.
I've had my trailer torn apart twice, and it's not a fun feeling because there's just nothing you can do. You just sit there and watch them go through your stuff.
Well, you're in the U.S. now, so
I'm in one of the most American places I could possibly be, especially considering the county I'm in is one of the like quintessential Florida counties.
We're very Florida in North Dakota, like guns and all that stuff. Like we're open-headed cars, all that stuff.
Yeah, you're the Florida of the North.
Yeah, we're the Canada version of Florida.
Okay.
The cold weather, but the recklessness.
Yeah, I can see that. You're unsupervised up there. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about the Dakotas.
Yeah, I mean we're super close to Minnesota too, so We get a lot of people from the Leering centers. They try to teach us things, and
but even like Minnesota gets like more attention than North Dakota does. Like you guys had like a little bit in the spotlight with like Fargo and the show and stuff like that, but that was it. Like
which, by the way, if you want fact check, the story on Fargo was actually based in Minnesota. So you're right. Everything in Minnesota is.
Yeah, it's just one of those states. There's a few of them where it's just like what.
State.
Yeah, just like what happens here? Like nothing.
Yeah. We had a dude from our college, or like the North Dakota State College, be in the NFL. He didn't even like play that much. He broke his ACL or something like that, and they're still posting about it to this day on how he's like a national treasure to North Dakota.
Well, maybe you're next.
Well, we were supposed to have a interview with the news. They came out last year to talk about being the first North Dakota professional driver. They turned the whole story into a street racing story and didn't talk about FD. Swear to God. Like, okay, we won't talk to you guys again.
Could have made it in the paper again, just like writing, what was it, Inforum newspaper in 2012?
Yep, BMX.
There you go. Yeah. Listen, I mean, so far you've been more famous in BMX between that and riding at a Monster Jam than you have in drifting. So
yeah, I've made more too, probably.
Did they pay you for that?
Yeah, not much. There wasn't much, but when you're a high school kid and you get to ride your bike, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, just free entry to watch a monster truck show is enough payment. Yeah. Yeah,
it was kind of insane walking through after the event because you're allowed at the monster, like you're allowed to go check the monster trucks out after like everybody leaves and all that shit. And it was wild just seeing all the welds break from them rolling, and opens your eyes up to a lot of hillbilly stuff.
Just go back in and crank it all out.
Oh yeah.
Sick, sir. Well, we cranked through a pretty solid podcast. I think the only, what do I got here for notes? The last one I got, what, I'm trying to think of how I can frame this into a good question.
Okay.
What can you teach me about hot tubs from your short tenure of working at a hot tub store?
Giant waste of money. They're so sick, but it's such a ripoff, dude.
They're so expensive.
Yeah, and I mean, they'll charge you $600 to fix a $20 part. That takes you 10 seconds to replace.
I will say the lids are the biggest scam I've ever seen, where it's just like 2 hunks of foam with some plastic wrapped around it, and they're like $900.
It's the worst thing to do too, because we would replace those quite a bit in North Dakota, and basically when there gets holes in it, all of that steam from the hot tub fills that foam up, and then in the winter it freezes. So those covers are 300 pounds. Yeah, and you have to carry it all the way to your truck by yourself.
That sounds terrible.
It was the worst thing ever. Max was the one that got me that job. He created Vendy Drift. He's also the one that fired me a day before my birthday.
Shout out Max Crocker.
Yeah, he's also the person who told me to pack my shit on a trailer. Literally told me don't come back to my first ever drift event.
Damn, bro. And you're still friends with him?
Yeah, I mean, I just drove better.
I like it. No,
that was the NA car. First ever event, could not figure out how to drive, but I had a lot of like street drifting experience. So I did like donuts, figure eights, shit like that. Yeah. And I finally got put on track, could not figure it out. So my buddy Jordan saw this dude, Max. We've never met him, but we knew he was like a staple in the community. So he's like, hey, Max, can you hop in with him and give him some pointers? He's like, yeah, sure. He'll tell you to this day, like, those scariest rides he's ever been in. So he literally has sworn off riding ever since then because of it. He will not, his son drifts and he still won't even hop in the car with him.
That's funny.
But he asked to drive the car, so I let him, and he couldn't even do a donut. So one-upped him already.
Damn. Calling people out left, right, and center, man. I'm liking this.
Dude, I'll call him out. No,
Cody.
He knows. It's we're still friends. We talk to this day. I don't give a shit. I mean, that was like the best case scenario was I got fired the same year we were going into FT. So like it forced me to actually do stuff.
Best problem to have, right?
Yeah. Yeah, moral of the story, hot tubs, waste of money. Just go do it at a hotel or something.
Yeah, find a friend with a hot tub.
They can pay for it.
There you go.
They can pay for it. It's too expensive.
Well, sick dude. I appreciate your time. You want any shout outs or anybody supporting you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole list. Time is crazy, I guess. But yeah, Kumo, shout out them. They're going crazy. Is super excited to be on their tires for the year. SRD, Matt and Ryan, they literally started this adventure for me just with building the track. WiseFab, we've already mentioned them, but if they ever dropped me, I will still pay full price for their kits because it's that freaking good.
Don't tell them that. No, Jesus.
He knows. He knows. I've told him and Odie both. Feel suspension, WiseFab, I'll pay whatever because that's like the best thing ever. Bums Eyewear, he's a YouTuber, but he started a sunglass company, Jake Sherbrooke. They supported us last year pretty good during FD, and this year we're actually getting custom sunglasses for all of FD events.
Sick.
Through Bums. So that'll be pretty cool. It's a pretty sick colorway that we've got coming along.
Nice.
ACT, I beat the shit out of my clutches and they actually hold up, which is insane. I did like 10 clutch kicks in Atlanta my first year in one run, and it worked great. Daco, which is sick because it's like a drag racing company that we're getting into. It's more than a drag racing, but they do a lot of big stuff with NHRA. Yeah. We're getting them into drifting. Haven't had a belt issue for our supercharger. We've had crap superchargers, but the belt has been amazing. So super awesome working with them. Good bringing Mishimoto back along. Heritage Wheels, also super cool thing that we're doing is a new wheel coming out that I helped design.
Damn, dude.
From Heritage. Yeah, dude, like I said, we're going hard this year. We're trying to do as much stuff as we can. I told you I got a list. You want me to keep going? We'll keep going.
Go for it.
We got Fuel Lab coming on. That was a drunken PRI night that turned into a really good partnership. Love it.
I believe that. I 100% believe that.
Yeah. So Dory Built, he's local. He actually runs ND Drift now, but he does all of our engines. Mitchell Barres Photography, which is sick to have a local photographer doing like an actual partnership on our car just to help us out. So that was really sick. I've already talked about race winning brands, Boost Line, Janie, Dart. We were with Holly last year because they're giant corporate with Simpson, Race Quip, AEM. We had a dash and whatnot this year. So we're still running Simpson suits, Simpson helmet, all that stuff. We're switching over to Link as far as like the full engine package. Super excited about Link. They supported ProSpec so much, and for them to help us out this year with jumping into Pro, it's kind of insane. Their tuning it's just really good guys over at Link. So yeah, Fuel Lab, SP Tools. I met them out at LS Fest where you and I bullshitted for a while. We're gonna get our whole K truck decked out with tires, and it's gonna be a rolling toolbox.
Oh, no way.
The whole K truck. Yeah, I mean this past year we had a toolbox in our K truck, but it was like a ghetto toolbox that I took from college and set it on top of the K truck. But yeah, this year, I mean, it's literally gonna look like a rolling toolbox. So That's super sick. Speed Tech, they've pushed out pretty good. Magnuson and ICT. So ICT has been working with Magnuson on developing the drive setup for their 2650. So ICT is coming on board to help support us with the Magnuson. Color Fittings is coming on board for AN lines for the new chassis and the ProSpec chassis. So that's cool because I like color and all their stuff is colorful. And lastly but not least, Ichiban Dory Racing. He's actually a customer of ours, but he lives out in Japan and he runs a company out there. And he's partnered with us this year. So if you ever need a rental car in Japan, holla at your boy because he's got a lot of rental cars.
I'm thinking about going out in November, so
Seriously, let me know. So a lot of his cars, it's JCI, so you can. He told me he'll meet me at Tokyo. He'll give me the car in Tokyo, like where you fly in, and it's JCI, so you can drive it on the street to wherever track you want.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that's super sick. It's like Ichiban Dory Racing and Stay Drift and Rentals, like they're kind of collab there. And then the IDR side of things does a lot of part sales for Japan. So I've been linking him to all of my dealer accounts so they can bring some of the US companies into the Japan side of things.
Damn, you are hustling this year, man.
Dude, I'm pushing. It's been a struggle, but we're doing it.
Good. I'm really, really happy to hear that.
Thank you.
I'm happy. I was really happy when you hit me up and you're like, hey, I want to make the announcement. Like, let's get the show lined up. Let's figure it out. So we almost had a mic. Well, we had a mic that didn't show up. We got the mic in at the last hour. Internet didn't work. Sound didn't work. Everything went against us. But here we are. We made it happen, man. I'm pumped.
Yep. And thank you for your premium members. They're actually listening to this first. So, dear premium members, we are not announcing Pro for another week.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm literally pushing off my announcement just so you guys have a week early heads up.
There you go.
So,
I'll when this goes up, I'll make sure to, like, guys, whatever you hear in this episode, please keep quiet. And they're pretty sick. It's been a really good launch. I'm happy about it. It was a couple little things in the beginning, but we kind of fixed it, and I'm stoked. The Discord's been incredible, and you're in there too. I'll label you as a driver. I think what I need to do is like keep the drivers out of the chat about their upcoming episode or something. I got to figure that out. We're still learning. It's still new.
Yeah,
but.
No, it's cool. My mother actually subscribes, and she told me if I wanted. I swear to God. Yeah. So
cool.
I told her about it because I was listening to the Simon episode, and I told her, I was like, God, I really hate these commercials. I should just get this premium. And she's like, well, here's my phone. Just listen to it on my phone. I'm like, Mother, you don't know how podcasts work. I listen to it in my car. And like when I'm working, like I'm not going to take your phone with me to work.
It's amazing she's got that set up, though. I love it.
Yeah, she was hyped. She was like one of the first people to set up on premium.
Oh, sick. I'll have to go back and look, man. I'll have to give her a shout out. But we'll get her on Discord next. There you go.
I don't know if she knows that kind of technology.
I mean, she figured this out. It also shows, though, that it's easy enough that Cody's mom was able to get it all set up. So that makes me feel really good that the system is working that well.
Yeah, it does. It works very well.
Sick, dude. All right, well, thank you. I'm going to leave a bunch of links down below for Cody stuff. Please take a minute to support a rookie pro driver. Only takes 2 seconds to follow, subscribe, all that stuff. And if you see his post come up, leave a random comment. It could be the most ridiculous thing ever, but comments do help a ton. And yeah, dude, thanks again. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Talk shit about me. Like if you want, like all the people, you feel free to comment all the shit.
He's talked a lot of shit, so it's time to get back. But all right, guys, we'll see you next week. Available now for premium subscribers, Jack Shanahan. That'll be big news. It'll be big news.
Yeah. And like, I don't think you're going to go get a salad bowl over In-N-Out, you know?
That's fair.
So I probably took more away from that day of driving alone than the full season.
It's not often that I have to like completely rethink what I think about car setup, but this is definitely one of those moments now where I'm like, shit, that makes a ton of sense.
I don't know. I see drifting as a extremely safe sport, to be honest. So
you sent me a photo of your one eye completely red and swollen.
Time recording, we're 4 weeks from Long Beach, and I have not stepped foot in America in 2026, and nor has there been anything done to a car for Long Beach in 2026 either. It's going to be an interesting season. It's going to be a little bit different than last year, and I presume I may as well tell you why it's going to be different, man. I guess. So this year I will not be driving